Funny how.
Come here, though. Yeah, he's crazy, see? Who are you?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Well, hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Berardo Podcast. I, of course, am your host, Tony Berardo, and I want to wish you all a very happy holiday and happy new year, depending on when you're listening to this. It might be 2023, so very exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I have had a very challenging 2022. Kind of felt like the last couple years for a lot of us has been kind of squirrely. 2022 in particular for us was just a headache, to say the least. And, we had a lot of crazy crap that went down, including a family tragedy. Unfortunately, my father-in-law, my wife's father, passed away in 2022. And that exact same week, I was in the hospital dealing with a tumor in my lung, which a couple weeks later I had to get removed. And the recovery for that was just unbearable. I hope I never have to deal with that again, and I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. In the same year, I also got laid off from my job due to the pandemic still happening. So it's, to say the least, again, it's been kind of crazy. But, for that, though, I've learned a lot because I've learned a lot about what's important in my life and my mental health, my physical health. All that's very important. I really understood that work was not the most important thing in my life. For years, almost a decade, I've put work ahead of everything else. And I've worked my ass off to ensure the success and growth of my career. And look where it got me, right? And through no fault of my own, it's one of those things that kind of happen. And, really opened up my eyes a lot, especially as technology is growing and the world is ever changing. I don't know if we're going to rely on corporations as much as we used to even 10 years ago, 20 years ago. People are making millions of dollars just by using these little devices. So, you have to think, where do you want to be on that side of the fence? And I want to be on the creative side. I want to be on the work for yourself, create things that you like. And whether that's content or writing a book, whatever it is that makes you happy, I feel now we're in the age where we can do that versus, again, a decade ago where we couldn't do it. So I wanted to make sure I kind of went over a couple things that I did some research on, and that is be healthier and set goals for the new year. Obviously, being healthier doesn't necessarily just mean physical. It also means mental health as well. So we're going to talk about some tips for stress management and getting better sleep and things like that. And this will be a quick podcast, but in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in our daily routines, right? And we sometimes neglect our health and well-being. And that's why it's so important we make the effort to prioritize our health and set goals to help us get on track. We always tell ourselves, oh, we want to be healthy. We want to work out. We want to read books. We want to do that. But if you don't set goals, it's going to be really difficult to achieve that. So we're going to kind of go over a couple tips here. So tip number one is get enough sleep. I personally struggle with this big time. In 2023, I'm really going to work on how to get better sleep. One of the most important things you can do for your health is to get enough sleep. You want to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to allow your body and mind to reset and recharge. You want to establish a consistent sleep routine by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, and create a relaxing pre-sleep routine, such as maybe reading a book or listening to some soothing music. My wife and I are starting to do white noise. We got this really cool machine for Christmas that I hope to use more and replace that with my office episodes and my friends' episodes, because that is not good to watch TV before you go to bed, but I am horrible at that. Step two, eat a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet is another key factor in maintaining good health. We all know about it. I've talked about it numerous times on the podcast, and I've even had nutritionists on, but still people just don't like to listen to it, right? Because fast food is good and cheesecake is delicious. And there's a lot of great things out there for you, but it doesn't always mean that it's good for you. So, the motto I like to live by is, if it tastes really, really good, like addicting and good, it's probably not that good for you. It might be, but most likely it's not. I've learned to, adapt the routine of eating healthier. So, like, to me, a salad is delicious, but I'm no idiot, right? Like, cheesecake is way better than a salad. I get that. And that's what I mean by, if it's really good, it's probably not good for you. So you want to be careful on the type of food you're eating. And It continues to say here that you want to aim for eating a variety of nutrient rich foods, which include fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. You want to limit the intake of processed foods and sugary foods, and be sure to drink plenty of water to ensure that you're hydrated throughout the day. And again, that's just good practice. I think, you want to talk to a nutritionist if you're dealing with some serious symptoms of obesity or being overweight. But, at the end of the day, I think as long as you're feeling healthy, doesn't matter what you look like. This is all about being healthier inside to make you feel better. So, what does that mean? Well, that means if you walk up a couple flight of stairs and you're winded, doesn't matter what you look like, you should probably think about getting healthier. And cardiovascular health is a big part of that as well. So, doing plenty of walking, climbing stairs, doing some type of activity, which we'll talk about here in a bit. But we need to separate the attitude of like being healthy means you're looking good. That's really not what it is. Living healthier and having a healthier lifestyle, that is really just for longevity. And again, I want to be in a situation where, God forbid, if something happens and I have to do something and I have to protect my family, if zombies are coming, I want to make sure I can lift up a couch and block the door. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure you're prepared as a human to be the strongest you possibly can be for longevity. But also, as we get older, it's going to be harder to do these things. It's going to be harder to work out. It's going to be harder to eat healthy. Your bodies start to die after age 30. That's just a fact. So you're fighting the battle every single day. Working out and eating healthy is a big part of that. So let's go to tip number 3, which kind of leads into what I was saying on that rant, is exercise regularly. Exercise is essential for maintaining physical and mental health. You want to aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate to intense exercise per week, or 75 minutes of vigorous, intense exercise each week. This can include activities such as walking, running, cycling, swimming, or, of course, lifting weights, weight training. You want to find activities that you enjoy and that fit into your schedule. More importantly, you want to try to make exercise a regular part of your routine. You don't want to make it a chore. You just want to make it like a routine. You want to get to the point to where you can wake up every single day, and just like you grab your water, just like you grab your coffee, it should also be just like you grab your weights. You want to make it part of the routine. Every single morning when you wake up, this is what I do, X, Y, Z. And that's one thing in 2023 I'm going to do. I'm going to actually share with you guys my 2023 goals. And I'm only doing this because it's going to hold me accountable as well. I feel like if I share it on the podcast, because I feel like if I talk about it, I actually do it. I'm going to wake up every single morning starting in 2023. I'm going to wake up with a mantra. And the mantra is going to say, money is constantly seeking me. Money is obsessed with me. Money is always finding me. Money is all around me. I am a money magnet. And that sounds silly, but I'm going to speak that into existence. I'm going to really make a point to just go hard on that. I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. I'm going to do that mantra, and then I'm going to do no coffee. I've been doing no coffee last couple of weeks, and I love it. I do mushroom coffee, which has nootropics and adaptogens, which obviously are way better for the gut and the brain, but it tastes like coffee, which is great. So I'm going to do no coffee. I'm going to continue to do my mushroom coffee, and then I'm going to run my dog, Oliver, run him for at least 30 minutes every single day. And then right after I run Oliver, I'll do my my cold plunge, which I've been doing every now and again, but I want to try to do that at least every other day. Hopefully every day, but at least every other day. And the days that I don't do my plunge, I'm going to do my workout and then also my sauna. So I'll probably end up doing like an ice plunge one day and then sauna immediately after that. And the days that I don't do that, I'll probably just work out and then do the sauna only after that. You don't want to do your ice plunges the days that you train. From the research that I've seen. Of course, that'll be 8 or 9 a.m. I'll have protein water, which is literally just protein mixed with some coconut water. It's very bland, but it'll just get in your system right away. That helps me because it kind of is almost intermittent fasting for me because I'm only having that protein water. And then I'll start my work and I'll go till maybe lunch, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'll have my first real meal, which will be a very dense meal, maybe some protein, some salad. And then I'll end work around 5 or 6. Probably take my dog to the park. He's right here, so I can't say the word. But I'll take him. And this is the most important thing. When I get back, when I'm kind of like ready to rock and roll, but I still got things on my mind, I'm going to write out on my journal things that I have to do like tomorrow. So that way I get it off my get it off my chest, essentially. And then boom, in bed by 9 or 10 p.m. at the latest, listening to white noise, trying to get off of watching TV at night. That is my goals. Please help me stay consistent with that. Hopefully it works. We'll see. Cool. So we talked about exercising regularly. Now this is tip number 4. Practice stress management. So stress can really take a toll on physical and mental health. We know that, right? If you've ever been really stressed out, it's like being sick. I mean, you could tell it's a serious burden on you physically, mentally, like it's brutal. So you want to really make sure that you're doing something to combat that. And that this could include, activities like yoga, meditation, even deep breathing has shown some incredible results. And then, of course, exercise is a great form of stress management. It's also important to make time for these activities that you can actually enjoy and that bring you joy and relaxation. So you don't want to, again, do these things as a chore. You want to do things that you enjoy. So if you're really not into yoga, don't do yoga just because it's a good practice. Give it a shot, see if you like it. And if you don't like it, try something else. Maybe try some meditation or maybe some other type of working out. But again, you want to make sure you're enjoying these things because it's about longevity. It's about doing these things for a long period of time, not just a few weeks. You want to make this a lifestyle change. Tip number 5, set goals. Setting goals can really help you stay motivated and on track with your health and wellness journey. You want to start by setting specific, achievable, and measurable goals. Break them down into smaller, actionable steps. Don't be afraid to enlist the help of a friend or a professional for the support that you need in order to achieve these goals. This is a great practice because, kind of like I shared with you guys my tips for 2023, like what I'm going to be doing, you want to set up some goals that's accomplishable and actionable. So things that you can actually do on a daily basis. You don't want to set up some unrealistic, crazy goals because then you're not going to do them. And then the next thing you know, you don't complete your goals. Then you look back saying, oh, what's the point of writing goals if I'm not going to complete them? You want to make sure these are attainable goals. By incorporating these tips that I just shared with you, these 5 simple tips into your daily routine, you can make a positive impact on your overall health and well-being. Remember, prioritize sleep, eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, practicing stress management, and setting goals to help you stay on track. But I hope this helps you. I know it really helps me. These are tips that I'm really going to focus on for the new year in 2023. And again, be sure to surround yourself with people that share your same goals and visions for the future. If you're surrounded by people that are unhealthy and go out drinking every single night and don't work out, most likely you're not going to reach your goals if you're hanging with those people. So surround yourself by positive, like-minded, healthy individuals, and you're going to reach your goals. But I'm here for you as well. So reach out to me in the DM or shoot me a note and let's collaborate. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay healthy, friends. Oh, hey there. First of all, thanks for making it to the end of this video. Not a lot of people do, according to the YouTube analytics, but I do want to say thanks for listening to this. There's some more episodes if you want to check those out, and they're all just as good. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out those timestamps below to reference some of the topics I talked about, as well as some discount links to some of our sponsors and affiliates. But thanks for listening to this episode, and we'll see you next time.